Hello and welcome to Seatrade Cruise Virtual. My name is Chiara Giorgi and I'm the Global Brand and Event Director for Seatrade Cruise Events. And on behalf of my entire team, I'd like to welcome you to our first ever virtual event. So by now you will have registered and you will have received an email from SwapCard to bring you to the platform. Once you're on the platform, this is what you're going to see. This is our homepage. You can come here to navigate through the different features of our event, and all of these buttons also appear here. But if for some reason you are lost at some point, just press the home button and you'll come back to this page. So I'd like you to do something right now from the start. I'd like you to go over here and click on My Profile. This will pull up all the information that we currently have on you, and this will be based off of how you filled out registration. I'd like you to read through everything, and I'd like you to edit anything that you see that is incorrect. The reason I'm asking you to do this is because this platform that we chose is actually a matchmaking platform. It has an AI technology behind it all to help you guys connect with the relevant people. So the more accurate you are with the information that you have on your profile, the more accurate their recommendations will be. So you can just scroll through and press edit and edit any of these fields. Okay, once you've done that, let's go back home. I'd like you to click on My Event. Now, My Event is going to be your sort of hub of all the information and all your preferences throughout the event. So as you navigate through the different areas of our event, you'll have the opportunity to add sessions or exhibitors or people that you are interested in, and all of that will be assembled here. So any agenda items, whether they're conference sessions, networking breaks, our award ceremonies, whatever it may be, if you add that, that will appear here in your schedule. If you see any exhibitors that you really like, and I'll show you how to add these to this list, but if you see any exhibitors that you like and that you want to interact with, they will then all appear here. And then same with people that you want to connect with. Once you've created those connections, they will all appear here. And I will show you how to do each of these. But the part that I want you to focus on right now is My Meetings. I want you to go in here because this is where you can select when you're actually available to meet with people. This is important because people will request meeting slots with you. And so it's best for you to make sure that you're available during the times that you are actually available during that week. So it's pretty easy. You're just going to scroll through this. If you're unavailable for an entire day, just make that entire day unavailable. If you're unavailable for an hour, you just make yourself unavailable during that hour. One thing that I want you to focus on is the times that are displayed on this platform during our event match the time zone that your computer is set to. So there's no need to worry about, what time zone are they talking about? It is literally the same one as, I would assume, where you're based, or at least where your computer thinks you are based. Okay, so now I'd like to start navigating you through the event itself. So to take a step back, when we decided to launch Seatrade Cruise Virtual, we thought back to what makes our live events so successful. And really, they're built on 4 pillars: education, sourcing, innovation, and networking. And so we decided that we were going to try and recreate those pillars when launching our first virtual event. So let's start with the education piece. Under agenda is where all of our conference programming is. Most of the conference sessions are actually, you'd have to pay for a conference pass to be able to attend, but we have made a session free a day. So you can navigate through our agenda right now and you can pick if there are any of these sessions that you are interested in. If you wanted to add them to your agenda, you would click on this button, and that would add it to your schedule. You'll see that the awards are there. Those are free to attend. And for anyone with a networking pass, you will also see any of our networking breaks will appear under the agenda. And again, you can add those to your schedule so it's easier for you to have everything in one place. One thing to note, so if we go into any of these conference sessions, the video itself will appear here in the top, on the top. Any information on the session will be listed here. Any speakers there. And then over here on your right-hand side is where you can chat with fellow participants, other people who are watching that session right now. You can ask questions to the speakers, and if they're taking polls, polls will be taken here. All of the sessions have a time that they're going live, but after the fact, they will be available on demand. So if you miss a part of it or you can't make it, don't worry, you can always catch up on it afterwards. So now I want to bring you over to Seatrade Cruise Talks. Seatrade Cruise Talks is actually something that we launched about 3 months ago, and it's a series of webinars and podcasts that we brought out on a weekly basis to just help the industry as best as we can have the conversations that need to be had. We decided to actually include all of those sessions here in this library so that you can go here and watch them on demand whenever you have a free second and you'd like to listen to that session. So that is where Seatrade Cruise Talks is. Over to pillar number 2, which is sourcing. So if you head over here to Meet Exhibitors, this is where you're going to find all of our exhibitors. Now you can just scroll through and see them all, or you can sort them by sector. And that will obviously shorten the list. As I mentioned earlier, you can actually bookmark these companies, and in order to bookmark them, you have to click this button here on the side. And then that will just make it easier for you, I guess, to sort through all the exhibitors that you might be interested in meeting with. If you actually go into one of the exhibitors' profiles, you'll see that they'll likely have loaded a video or some form of content at the top. And then as you scroll through, they'll have information on themselves, their social media, contact details, any products and services and documents they want to share with you, and then any of their members of team. So there are 3 different ways of interacting with the company. So you could either interact with the individuals. So if you wanted to speak directly with just Marina, then you would connect with her, send her a message, and you could request a meeting directly with her. You could come over here and write a message to Cypress and say, hi, is there someone available to meet with me right now? And then they will look and see if any of their team members are available, and then they can launch a meeting and a video chat with you. Or you can scroll up here and request a meeting with the company, and then they can decide who to assign to that meeting. There is an option to have group meetings, so if you had members of your team who would want to join this meeting and it's not just a one-on-one call, I would just make sure to mention that when you request the meeting. Just let them know that you would like to meet as a group, and they should be able to facilitate that. So then you'll see we also have our sponsors, which you can scroll through, and they're set up very similar to our exhibitors. And then over here in Browse Product and Services, all the products and services that they have loaded up will then appear here. You can sort by sector up here, and obviously refine your search fields, or you can just scroll through everything here. So then that brings me on to innovation, our next pillar. So some of our, and this will be loaded, there are quite a few more. Some of our exhibitors and sponsors are going to be showcasing the new innovative products and services that they've been developing this year, and this is where you'd want to come to watch them. All of the videos will be available on demand. So just come here whenever you have some free time and look through all the presentations. So finally, networking. So networking, there are a couple of different things that we're trying. One, we've developed all of these group discussions that are themed to what is going on right now in the world. And so I would come back here and engage in these conversations, read through, see what the rest of the industry is thinking about, and you know, just network with other people on the platform. And then over here to attendees. Now this is back to what I was saying before, this is the matchmaking element. So what would happen is, based off of your data and off of the demographics that you filled in, this top part would be filled with people that they recommend that you should be meeting with. But you can, of course, just scroll down and look through the entire list and engage with anyone who's around. The way you would do that is you would click in, you'd send a connection request to that person, and you'd request a meeting time with them. One thing to note, and I don't know if you noticed this, but ultimately over here, when we were looking at your own profile, you saw that you had contact information. All of that information isn't available to everyone to see. You'll only see that once you are actually connected. And once you're connected, then you'll see all that demographic information. So I would definitely utilize this tool. You can filter. Right now, our filters have a slight issue, but those are being worked on. And then finally, if throughout the event you're ever, just need some help, please come over here. And my entire team is here to help you, talk with us live, message any of us directly, and we would happily help you. The last couple of elements I wanted to show you are here, where you're going to get any of the notifications of new contacts or things that are happening throughout the event, and this is where you go to see all your messages. So with that, thank you so much for listening. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you all in less than 2 weeks' time. Thank you. Bye.